this is literally the shortcut of life that I figured out. And by the way, I'm going to say this, and some of you guys are going to go, yep, that makes total sense. And I'm going to say this, and some of you guys are going to go, yeah, but I have to go and do it myself. And you know what? I used to get frustrated at those people because I'm like, you're such an idiot. Why would you go and waste the money and the time and the 3 years and the 15, $20,000 on this, that, and the rest and the opportunity cost? And I'm like, you're an idiot, right? But I also know that there are some people that's just how they are. And no matter what, I'm never going to convince you. So for those of you that are like that, turn this off right now and go and start paying the piper yourselves. Okay. For everybody else, I want you to just, listen to what the end of this really quick. Okay. So I bought this program and guys, it shortcut my success. Now, it's the crazy part is I bought it. It showed me how to do all this stuff. I knew nothing. I didn't know what a domain was. I didn't know what, tracking number, blah, blah. I didn't know any of this stuff. And it taught me how to rank a website, right? And I believe there were some missing pieces of that program, but without that, it would have taken me 10 years. Even with buying that, right? I spent about $8,000 on that because I didn't have any money. I had to do a payment plan and spent some interest on it, whatever. Even with that, it took me 4 years before I really started to figure this out. It took me a couple years before I got to 10K a month, and it took me 4 years before I was able to get to real money, the seven-figure mark. And I went from an average $8,000 to $10,000 a month to, in the 8 month period, $100,000 a month and never looking back. And that's how quickly this can change. Okay. So that was example one of doing this, and it completely changed my life. And to be honest, if I sit here and I look at and go, if I had just tried to learn this off of YouTube videos and off of a free Facebook group, I think it would have taken me 8 to 10 years, honestly. With the program, plus 4 years, like then I was able to figure it out. Now I'm not saying I'm the smartest guy in the world, and I'm also here to tell you that I have one of my students named Ryan inside of our program. He just hit $87,000 per month while holding a full-time job, while having kids, a dog, house payment, and all these other things, which is freaking mind-blowing. I think he's just way smarter than me. I'd like to give myself credit and my program and my community credit, but I think maybe that's part of it. I think he's just very, very intelligent. But we have other people doing 50,000 a month, 40,000 a month. We have a guy get this, he's living in Thailand, but he's from New Zealand and he's doing $40,000 per month. This is a USD in New Zealand. In New Zealand, he's got businesses, websites in New Zealand doing $40,000 per month in freaking New Zealand. Okay, let me give you one more example of when I figured this out, the shortcut. 2022, end of the year, coming up on 2023, I was like, setting my goals, and I not only did I want to make more money, but I was like, I want to get in the best shape of my life. I want to set some really good fitness goals. I'm in decent shape, but I've been in the same decent shape forever. And I realized, like, dude, I've been training since I was, 16, 17 years old. I remember, I had a girlfriend in high school. I remember this one Sunday afternoon, we were sitting there watching a movie. My dad called me over to the side. He's like, dude, we're going down the lift. We're going to work out. You need to tell her to go home. Like, that's how I grew up. So I've been doing this since I was like, honestly, 16, 17 years old. Did it all, even when I was in Africa, I didn't have a ton of weights and stuff, but we were literally using like, jungle weights. I've been training 6 days a week for 16 years. Like, I know, I thought I knew what I was doing. But I thought, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try something different because I'm not where I want to be. I want to get less body fat. I want to have a bigger chest. I want to have bigger shoulders, all this different stuff. And I had this idea of what I wanted. And I thought, all right, well, this worked for this digital real estate thing. I figured that out. So why don't I try it for fitness? And I thought, all right, I'm going to go find somebody on Instagram that has the body I want. And I'm going to go and I'm going to pay them to teach me exactly what they've done. Now, and I said, the only thing is they can't be on steroids because I will never do that. I'm not willing to compromise, to shortcut, whatever. So as long as they're completely natural and they can prove it, I'll pay whatever their fee is. I went and found somebody has this perfect physique that I thought was that I want, right? I'm not trying to be a freaking Chris Bumstead, any of that kind of stuff. I'm also not trying to run ultras. I just wanted to have a good physique and I wanted to look a certain way. And so I went and I found this person. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna shoot my shot. And I sent a DM and I said, hey, I want to hire you one-on-one to train me to look like you. And turns out they're actually ended up being roughly my age. And I said, just give me your price. And the person responded, yeah, we don't really do that. We have these programs. I'm like, I'm not interested in programs. I'm not interested in whatever. I've already bought your programs. I want to hire you. And they said, okay, let me get back to you. Let me work up some figures. I said, no problem. Just give me the price. And they came back and said, it's $20,000 and you're going to get 6 months of coaching calls, blah, 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 all this stuff. Guys, I ended up only getting, I think it was 4 Zoom calls plus the program that was like 99 bucks that I'd already purchased. But that's all I needed. Now, it was kind of my fault because I moved to Africa right in the middle of it. But guys, in 6 months, of following what this person said in 4 Zoom calls that were about an hour long. So about 4 hours of his coaching plus his $99 program and him teaching me what to eat, how to train, when to rest. I got in 6 months, I got in the best shape of my entire life, and I'd been training for 18 months. And on top of that, I have stayed in almost that same shape for 2 years. And I've been traveling. I've been, I mean, I've done everything unconventional you can imagine, and I've stayed at the best shape of my entire life. Okay. Now, you can sit there and go, well, this guy ripped you off. It was 4 hours of phone calls, whatever, whatever. But the thing is, he put in 18 years to know exactly what to tell me what to eat. He put in 18 years to tell me exactly what exercises I should be doing, how many reps, how much rest in between, what days I should do it, the optimal this, the optimal that, whatever. He put in the 18 years to justify charging me the $20,000. And guess what? I was happy to pay it. And I still don't regret it zero because he literally, it took me 18 years and I still wasn't where I wanted to be. And in 6 months, he changed my life. At 6 months, he completely changed my life, at least my physical life, by just teaching me what was in his brain. And I completely shortcut. And the best part about it is once I paid him the 20 grand, I have been following that same system. I've been to Dubai, I've been to Africa, I've been to London, I've been to Paris, I've been all over this entire year, Miami, LA. And I just follow the system and it's super simple. It's super easy. It's dialed in. I know exactly what I need to eat. And that's it. I shortcut my way. And if I had known this 10 years ago, I could have spent 10 years. That's the thing that you don't realize. I could have spent 10 years. It would have cost me 20,000, probably would have cost me half that back then, but I could have spent 10 years in peak shape, but I didn't even think about it, right? Instead, I thought I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to figure it out myself. I don't need to. Who's this trainer? Who's that? All I had to do was find the person that was where I wanted to be and pay them to teach me, and I would have had the freaking game over. I would have had the game figured freaking out. Okay. That's the crazy part. So, guys, what does this even mean? Why are we talking about this? Guys, life is hard, business is hard, becoming free is hard. Okay. It's simple, but hard. But, guys, it is freaking worth it. Oh, it is worth it. Becoming free, being free, waking up at 5 a.m. because you want to, or waking up like I did today at 9:08 because I got to bed late after a lot of turkey yesterday. Uh, it hits different when you become free. Okay. And so guys, to get where you want to go, let's call it 15K. Cause I think at 15, $20,000 per month, pretty much anyone can become free. Now, obviously there's people who have much higher bills. There's people at $15,000 a month. They'd be, and I'm talking net, by the way, they would be crushing it because they have no bills. But let's call it 15, $20,000 for you to get to $15,000, $20,000 per month. It is completely achievable. It is simple. It's not easy. It is simple. It's not easy. But in order for you guys to do that, the piper must be paid. Okay. The piper must be paid. So you either pay the piper or you go pay somebody else that has paid the piper. And remember, the only thing that you can't get back is time.